All right, y'all. Mature Life Radio, home of R&B and throwbacks. It's the Big Man Kelly Morning Show. And let me tell you, it is time. It's time for the Sports Corner with my man, Jeff Fox. What's up, Jeff? What's going on?
Good morning, Big Man Kelly.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
And good morning to you, Natasha Candy.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, here's what I got for you guys today. The story in South Florida, besides the cold, continues to be the Miami Heat.
Woo!
They've improved to 8-0 in overtime this morning. Can you believe it? 8-0 in overtime. If the game goes to overtime, you're not going to beat the Miami Heat. They knocked off the Wizards last night behind Tyler Hero's 25 points, a career-high 7 3-pointers from Jimmy Butler. From Tyler Hero, rather. And Jimmy Butler added 24 points. Dragic 22 points. What do you guys think about your Miami Heat, man? They can't be beat.
Listen,
they're doing good.
The Heat are on fire the way they're supposed to be. Hey, at least we got some kind of winning team in the state of Florida.
Right.
Yeah, they got some revenge over the Washington Wizards, who had knocked them off a couple of weeks ago. Final score was 134-129. The Miami Heat over the Wizards last night. And Heat forward Derek Jones Jr., this guy's nicknamed like the helicopter or something like that because he jumps through the roof. Well, he's been and he's accepted an invitation from the NBA to compete in the slam dunk contest at All-Star Weekend in Chicago. That ought to be a lot of fun to watch Derek Jones Jr. fly through the air. Something myself, a Big Man Kelly, could only dream about.
Yeah, I can fly from one chair to the other. That's about. I gotta. What do they call that? What do they call that when you when the players jump? What do they call that?
Do they sky through the air like that?
No, but it's something. They're vertical. I have like a 2-inch vertical.
Oh yeah. I'm right there with you, Big Man. I'm right there with you. Listen, last night as well marked the debut rather of the NBA's number 1 draft pick. His name is Zion Williamson. You guys familiar with him?
Yes.
Yeah, he was spectacular. They lost. The New Orleans Pelicans did 121-117 to the San Antonio Spurs. But Zion Williamson had 22 points in 18 minutes, 17 in the fourth quarter. In only 3 minutes, he made 8 out of 11 field goals, 4 for 4 from three-point land. This guy is going to be something special. And can we show some love to the University of Illinois and head coach Lovie Smith? He just hired 2 more black coaches. Illinois now has 8 black coaches. That's number 1 in the entire country.
Right.
With only 51 of the 65 Power 5 schools have 4 or fewer black coaches on their payroll. I mean, we're still not there yet, folks. Black coaches, they just don't get equal opportunities, not only in the NFL, but not enough in college either. But kudos to Lovie Smith and the University of Illinois. The story that's trending right now in South Florida, of course, is Antonio Brown. Have you heard?
Yeah.
Antonio Brown, yeah. Antonio Brown seems to be coming apart at the seams. According to ESPN, a warrant has been issued for his arrest. He allegedly threw a rock at the driver of a movie truck before taking part in a criminal battery case against him. I don't know if you guys saw that documentary on Netflix about Aaron Hernandez.
Yes.
Did any of you guys
I have not watched it yet. I was scrolling through my Netflix the other night, so it's on my list of things to watch.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely got to check that out, man. It's sad. It's just you'll have a variety of emotions. But all jokes aside, Antonio Brown is starting to scare me. He's showing signs of CTE, and folks need to get him some help.
Yeah.
After watching the Aaron Hernandez documentary, folks that continue to ignore his behavior and make jokes, they should really show some concern for his mental health. That CTE is nothing to play with. You had some great players commit suicide. Junior Seau, most notably committing suicide. And after Aaron Hernandez died, they checked out his brain. Serious symptoms of CTE all over the place.
So explain. So for those people who do not know and have not seen the movie like me, what is CTE?
CTE is basically some sort of injury of the brain that comes from trauma. Mm-hmm. You know, when you play football from the age of, they play Pop Warner. football. So you're always having these collisions,
Mhm.
and it batters your brains around. And scientists have been able to basically figure out that all of this trauma, even though they put helmets on, there's something in the brain that goes awry, and a lot of football players have suffered from it. And that's just basically the price you pay to play such a violent sport. So while we all enjoy the NFL and the Super Bowl and all of the glitz and glamour, it's an extremely dangerous game to play.
So CTE is a result of the continual concussions that they have over and over again when they're playing football.
Yes. Just the battering itself from from Pop Warner through high school, through college, and by the time you get to the pros and you retire, the rest of your life will be affected because of you making the choice just to play football. Mm-hmm. That's why I told my son, I'd rather you play baseball, man. Yeah. I'd rather you play baseball.
Longer careers, guaranteed money.
Right.
Listen, I'm
and speaking of baseball, Big Man Kelly and Natasha, Derek Jeter is now in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yes.
And Derek Jeter got 396 out of 397 voters. One person did not vote for Derek Jeter, and people are outraged at this.
I got a question. Who's that one butthole who didn't vote for him?
We haven't figured out who that is yet, but people need to send Jack Bauer, John Wick, Jason Bourne, anybody you can think of after this guy. As a matter of fact, even the great, I shouldn't call him great, but when it comes to being a killer, he might be. O.J. Simpson says, get rid of the guy that didn't vote for Derek Jeter. O.J. Simpson is outraged something. And O.J. used the quote, get rid of. And that has people all over the place just cracking up. But how can you not vote for Derek Jeter? Yeah. Only 3,465 hits. Only 5 guys in the history of baseball with more hits. 5-time World Series champion. 5 Gold Gloves. 14-time All-Star. The most hits, runs scored, and total bases in baseball postseason history. He's the type of player you tell your kids and your grandkids about. One of the greatest Yankees of all time. Congrats to Derek Jeter. And whoever that guy is, man, may we expose him. Yes, you guys. And that's what I got for y'all this morning. By the way, happy birthday, I think, to the late rapper Triple X Tentacion.
Yeah, XX Extension.
Yeah. He would have been 22 today. He's my son's favorite rapper.
Oh,
unfortunately, met an untimely demise. I heard you guys talking about Kodak Black earlier. Mm-hmm. I hope he gets it together, man. Hope he gets it together.
So let me tell you, coming up at 9 o'clock, we're going to be opening up our Facebook and open up the phone lines once again. We're going to be talking about Kodak Black, and we want to get people's opinion on his mistreatment allegedly that he's having while he's incarcerated. Right.
Yeah. I think Kodak Black needs to be a bit more respectful to his elder rappers like Master P and T.I., some of the guys that's reached out to him to try to kind of guide him a little bit. Mm-hmm. He's been very disrespectful towards him. Doesn't mean that he just deserves to be mistreated in the big house, but I hope he gets it together, man.
Hey, Jeff, real quick before you go, any ideas, any prospects of who's going to win the Super Bowl? What's your pick?
I want to kind of reserve it, but you know what?
Wait, I'll tell you what. Then let's leave them wanting more. How about that? Let's just leave.
You got a great offense in Kansas City going against an all-time great defense in San Francisco, and I tend to lean a certain way when you have those types of matchups. Mm-hmm. Great offense, great defense. Who wins? I'll tell you later.
Right. That's the Sports Corner with my man, Jeff Fox, right here on Mature Life Radio, Big Man Kelly Morning Show. All right, you guys, coming up, let's see, what am I going to do? You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to put you guys in the mix. Right about now. Don't forget, coming up at 9 o'clock, we're going to be having more discussions about my man, Kodak Black. That's coming up right here on Mature Life Radio, Big Man Kelly Morning Show. But right about now, I'm going to put y'all in the mix. Get your butt out of bed. Get to work.